Hi, I'm Dustin Slayton, owner of Lucky's Barbershop here in Midlothian, Texas, and this is my history in motion. Growing up in Midlothian, back then it was a small town. I've lived here my whole entire life. My parents moved here in '74. I was born in '78. At that time, Midlothian had one blinking red light in downtown. Very few places to eat. I think there was a Dairy Queen and like a Ford's Cafe that my dad would go to. My dad was a truck driver and my mom worked at the Dairy Queen across the street. So Midlothian was such a great place to grow up as a kid because it was just a small town. I think at that time when I was a young kid, I think we were a population like 2,500 people. I rodeoed all the way from, young age. We never even had our own horse. I didn't get my own horse until I was about 13 years old. And until then, we would borrow people's horses at the play days, and we would win the play days with their own horses. We would beat them at it. It was freaking hilarious. They would get so mad. They're like, why do you get my horse to do these things? And we were just natural at horse riding, me and my brother both. And we grew up doing that, roping, rodeoing. I rode bulls and saddle bronc in high school from 8th grade till my senior year. Once I got out of high school, I kind of discontinued the rodeo, and I was trying to find that inspirational thing in my life to help me express the creativity in me. So I knew once I started barber school, the first thing I told myself, like when I started barber school, I was like, I'm not going to work for someone because they either lay you off or they fire you, and they have way too much control of your own, like your destiny. So as soon as I started barber school, I was like, I'm gonna have my own barbershop. However long that's gonna take me, I don't know. But I knew that I was gonna work for myself, I was gonna have my own place, it was gonna be badass, it was gonna be epic, where people wanted to come and hang out and just be themselves and feel comfortable and welcome. Fast forward, I get through barber school, I start cutting out of my house to start trying to build my clientele. I borrow against my 401k to take a leap of faith and open this shop. Me and the tattoo artist, Sean, we came into this building, blank canvas, it was solid tan, open, all the way through. There was like one flickering light in the back. I mean, it looked shabby, but we both, when we walked in here, we're like, this is it. This is the place we're gonna make this come to light and make this happen. I'd had the idea, my whole premise was to go mobile. I wanted to make this mobile barbershop, and I did. I made a freaking badass mobile barbershop. We backed it in here, we built it. It had a giant American flag on the roof, this V-board siding on the inside. It was air conditioned. That trailer was amazing, man. It had like vinyl floor on there. It was such an awesome trailer. It was such another interpretation of me. It was more a reflection of me and my business and just like the outward energy I'm trying to put off. It was so awesome, dude. It had my logo on the side of it. It was such a fun trailer, man. And it sucks that it got stolen from me like right after we opened back up from COVID. We were rolling about 3 weeks and somebody decided that I didn't need it anymore and they took it from me. That in itself was devastating, man. I put so much time and effort into that thing. Like I built it from the ground up. We traveled a lot in it. We did like bike rallies to raise money for like veterans and first responders and stuff like that. Like we would go and have fun. It was a conversation piece for people to interact with the shop and us to get out and interact with the community. Towards the end, like right before it got stolen, I was working on a contract of going to a drug and alcohol rehab in Mansfield that I was going to start cutting hair like 1 or 2 Sundays a month for these people that are going through drug and alcohol rehab that haven't had a haircut or a shave in like 60, 30, 90 days. Like that's what I was working on, and ended up getting jacked from it. So I'm hoping in the future that I can rebuild that. I don't think I'm going to build a trailer again. I got a good buddy that owns a car dealership, and I think he's going to help me get one of those like high top like Amazon vans or whatever it is, and we're going to do it that way in style. I think why this shop is successful and why we have such a good time and why my life has like really changed in a dramatic way, and I dedicate my life, I'm going to say wholeheartedly to Jesus Christ. Like once I handed my life over to Christ, these things, this place, my life truly started to change. Did it happen overnight? No, it didn't. It was a struggle, it was a fight. It was a whole lot of sacrifice, it was a whole lot of give up. It was a whole lot of ramen noodles. It was a whole lot of not having anything. It was a whole lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get where I'm at. Don't think for 1 minute just because this place is cool that it just happened overnight and it was given to me. I worked my ass off to get here. I gave up my retirement. I went in, I was that guy in Vegas. Chips to the center, we're all in. You know, we're either gonna crash and burn, house is gonna take all, or we're gonna come out living like a rock star. One of my favorite songs is by Kings of Leon. It's called Comeback Story of a Lifetime. If you get a chance, listen to it. It will inspire you.